Hey, welcome to the Y-Mount barbecue training. We're gonna first talk about the brisket. When you get the brisket, it's gonna come wrapped in the butcher paper like this. You'll see the shape of the brisket is more of a rectangle, and it has a thinner side and a thicker side that we'll talk about later. It's important that when you set up your station, I have a wet towel here, but you guys out there have a rubber mat that you'll put down, and you'll put your cutting boards and sheet pans on top of that mat, so you don't want that cutting board to move around. You want it really steady. And you're also going to want a cut glove, but I'm not going to wear the cut glove in this demonstration, but always wear the cut glove with your glove over the top. You'll get your brisket, you're going to unwrap it when you're ready to serve, closer to service, and you're going to have a heat table on from below, and you're going to have heat lamps on from above. And you'll turn those on probably 30 minutes before opening, so everything's nice and hot when you put the brisket on. So if you see this, you can see that this is called the bottom of the brisket. It doesn't have any fat. You'll see the grains of meat going through. So this is what we call, this is upside down. So we're gonna turn that over. So the fat side is always up. Fat side always up. You're gonna save your butcher paper because we're gonna keep it covered while it's out there on the cutting board station. I just wanted to show you a little bit of anatomy of the brisket. Thin side over here, you can kind of see this a little thicker on this side. This is the thinner, you call it the lean, or you can call it the flat. And this is the point up here where it's thicker. And you'll see the fat cap goes all the way through here, and the fat in the meat is more marbling back in here, we'll talk about later. So I like to use a serrated knife when I carve a brisket. And you see how the shape of it again, and down here's the flat, the lean side. You're gonna start carving this way against the grain. Always cut thin slices against the grain. If you're making meat for the plates, you're gonna go thin slices like this. And yeah. And then once you get, I'm gonna show you just for training purposes, we'll get about halfway through here, and you're gonna see that there's two different muscles all of a sudden. So once you get up into this point, let's just pretend that all this is carbs, and you're up at the point right now, and then you got the meat going different directions. It's going this way, and that one's going that way. So we're just gonna do it. You're gonna rotate this a little bit, and you're gonna cut it this way. And you could go this way too. But it's important to keep on moving this way. Don't start back here and go that way. You're gonna just keep on working through it. And you're gonna sometimes run into a brisket that's got a lot of fat in the middle right there and at the point end. And it's okay to separate the two layers a little bit and go in there and take out some of that excess fat. That's totally fine. It's just fat with no bark. The bark is this top part that's been smoked, and it's got a nice caramelization on there, but we're gonna throw this fat in the garbage. And then that's it. And then if you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out to the supervisor, and we'll fill you in. Thank you.